Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing the Magic Cross Tarot Spread and how you can use it in your life. The Magic Cross Tarot Spread is one of the more obscure of the tarot spreads. It uses a total of 13 cards laid out in a cross pattern, and I'm going to apologize in advance because of the size of my recording area that I'm using right now. I won't be able to lay them out perfectly. So we will have 5 cards here and the rest of the cards forming a cross down here. I'm going to have to overlap the vertical cards. If you have the space for your reading, you don't have to overlap them. Ideally, you would not. But overlapping is not that big a deal. So if in your reading area you have to overlap them because this is rather a long spread, you absolutely can overlap them. But apologies in advance for having to overlap, just due to the nature of my space here. So, though many tarot readers are not very familiar with this particular spread, it can be useful for those seeking detailed answers to a problematic situation. Each of the 13 positions of the Magic Cross spread has a specific meaning, and I will lay them out for you and describe each position as we come to it. Now, remember that this spread is a long spread, and it uses a total of 13 cards. The first card goes over here, all right, because we're going to form 2 arms. The first arm will be 5 cards this way. So our very first position here, position 1, reflects those things which may have had a great impact on the situation in the past, but now have little or no meaning. These things should be released as they have lost their importance. So this is what you're letting go of. The second card goes right beside the first, just like so. The second card here means that sometimes there are things which still have power over a situation, but are beginning to lose their potency. Though still warranting some attention, all the things this card represents will soon become obsolete. So these are still influencing what's going on, but not for long. The third card, and the card right in the middle of our spread, goes there. This card reflects the situation as it is at the present moment. So this is what's happening right now. The fourth card here, this represents that which may be hidden from you. So this card may contradict the rest of the spread because this is what is going on, but you don't know about it. The fifth card, this one here, the last in our first arm, this position reflects those things that are obviously causing conflict and obstruction in the immediate situation. You are usually aware of these things, but may not be ready to deal with them. But you do know that these are happening. The sixth card goes way at the top here. So you notice I don't have enough room for the seventh card, but the sixth card is at the top of the arm, of the second arm. So the sixth card up here, as all cards in the tarot can have multiple meanings, both hopes and fears can be expressed in a single card. So this is your hopes and fears. All right, that's the card that expresses both. The seventh card goes right there. In an ideal world, this would be higher, but that's where that one goes. The seventh card describes the general atmosphere that hangs over the immediate present. This card is neither positive or negative. It simply is. It's just the way it is. So the eighth card is when we start going down the bottom half of this second arm. So card 8 here. Normally it would go here. Due to space limitations, I'm just going to move it up. Okay, so card 8. This card usually refers to attitudes or inner qualities that have yet to be developed, but are essential to the positive resolution of this particular situation. Card 9, again, these cards would just continue in a line. I'm overlapping just to give us some space. So card 9, this card represents how the present situation appears to those who view it from the outside. Sometimes you must work to change appearances so that the true situation is reflected in the minds of others. Card 10. The immediate future card is so short term that it is highly unlikely you will be able to alter this outcome with such short notice. So that card is coming, and it may be very difficult to avoid. Okay, so that's what card 10 means. So card 11, continuing on this arm here, card 11. The 11th position is a card of suggestion. It gives hints and clues as to what actions need to be taken to help ensure a positive outcome. On the other hand, this card could be a warning of those things that should not be done. So pay attention to this card. The 12th card, again, just continues our arm. So card 12. The situation as it might appear, should the qualities of the 11th card manifest, is indicated by this card. As a result, this card could be either positive or negative. It entirely depends on the card before it. Okay, so 12th card is dependent upon the 11th. So our final card in this spread, just again, continues to go downward. 5 across, the rest laid out downward. So the final card indicates the ultimate outcome of the situation. It is important to remember that the tarot generally only applies to a period of about 6 months. So the term final outcome might be a little bit misleading. This is where this situation is going to end up. It doesn't mean that the situation will be at an end at that point. So the Magic Cross spread, as shown here, is not widely used, but it can be highly useful. It can apply to many complex situations and offers a total of 13 positions. 5 this way, and the 2 up here, and then the rest down here. These allow you to gain a fairly comprehensive view of the situation and often can be used in conjunction with one of the Celtic Cross spreads. So you could take your Celtic Cross spread and a card that you're not sure about could position here for the third card of this particular spread. So this is a good spread for answering specific questions about intense situations that you really need an answer to. So again, if you have a question about a card in a reading from another spread, you could insert it as the third card and fill the other cards in from your deck. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time when we discuss the astrological spread and how it can be used in your life and how it applies to certain situations. Blessed be.